I gotta ask, what made Prince effective as a band leader? It's a good question because watching him direct his bands over the years, from head to toe, everything had to be on cue, everything had to be on point. He was very much inspired by Charlie Chaplin, amongst others, and I also think that some of Kid Creole and the Coconuts and James Brown, obviously, and Little Richard. Michael Jackson was an influence. Jimi Hendrix was an influence. Aretha Franklin was. Temptations, Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke. You can see a lot of little different pieces and places. Some of the Rolling Stones aspects, certain things he would do. He was a student of pop culture. He would give hand signals. He would give nods. It's just things that he would do. He was attention to details. Um, a stickler for sound and tone. And everything from the engineering booth onto the actual stage. You could tell how he queued up the drums and the keyboards and the tuning, the horns. Everybody had steps. Everybody had a routine. Everybody had a place. You know, um, when he was drilling the time, for instance, how Morris Day's cadence was. Jimmy Jam talked about hands on the keyboards, feet moving. Terry Lewis plumping the bass steps. Jesse Johnson, we all in routine, all in motion. Jerome Benton holding the mirror. You got to dance on cue. Everything, head to toe. Monty Moore, obviously Wendy and Lisa, he was very particular about notes and tones and, cues. Sheila E. And then when he bought the band, she brought over Levi Caesar and Miko Weaver and then Eric Leeds. With them horns, him and Atlanta Bliss. And then later with Maceo Parker. Then you would look and you would often observe how he was with his band, especially with Michael Bland and Sonny Thompson, and with Tommy Barbarella. He would, from Andre Simone to Dave Dickinson, you could tell the pockets and Fink, how they would play. Morris Hayes, the different codes and signs he would give, Brown Mark. You would look for the way he would go about the groove, what he was looking for, the direction. It was things that he was looking for, and everybody played a part. And of course, not only how they was dressed, but how they hit those cues. So the band leader, how he was very direct about the solos within the tempo. And the thing about it is, all the musicians that played for him sounded like they were in his key, like the code. It was never, you know, anything that you were like going off tangent because it still was centered around the tempo and the tone that he wanted. So, like how Eric Leeds and Lionel Bliss played on the horns, those parts sounded just like out of his toolage, out of his groove, out of his rhythm. Things that he learned from Ray Charles too, and Lionel Richie, and Duke Ellington, and Miles Davis later on with spacing and placing. So Prince as a band lead was very effective when he added hip hop or he added choreography, samples, and loops. It was very interesting how the different eras and the concepts he would bring forth and how he would update his thing and how it all formulated. So it was very, no matter what he was doing, you could always tell that he was very much aware, from style, sound, and everything as a band leader because he made that a priority. Everything was on, and it was all part of what he was trying to do from his artistic expression. So that's how I looked at it from the Revolution to New Power Generation to the Time. All the bands he was working with, whatever part of what he was, the configuration, the hit, the drip, the band, everything he had, that's how he wanted it to be. And you could definitely tell the direction with how they would cue, and how they would groove. So there were certain things that you just knew that, hey, this is the totality and this is where he's going with it. So, and he was very effective as a band leader. Very effective. When he do live performances, you could definitely tell and how he would approach it. And it was very well rehearsed and very to the tip of the hat and tip of the fingers. flip of the hair, the eyes, the steps, all on cue. And that's one of the reasons why he was one of the greatest artists ever, because he understood the totality and the packaging of putting it together. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. And hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.